All the reaction to come from that 1-1 draw at St James's. It was 1-0 Newcastle, of course, at half-time, and Shay, 2 minutes into the second half was a big moment because St-Maximin did it once. Should he have done it twice?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an unbelievable chance. You say the start of the second half, Steve, what a great time to get it as well. It would have been perfect. This is obviously the first goal. Talked about Varane at half-time, should have cleared his lines, and then Maguire pointing, should have put him outside. But it's a great bit of skill by St-Maximin. Fantastic goal, and they're off and running.
Varane looked rusty, didn't he? You know, obviously, you know, he started, hasn't played for a long time. You can do that in La Liga. You can't do that in the Premier League against anyone. Not only a team who's won once all season. And once you give the ball to St-Maximin, he's capable. You know, he took it right to the heart of them. Maguire cannot let him in on his right foot. He does it. He opens up the goal and he toe pokes it into the corner. He gives them a great start and something to hold on to. Then you're fighting against it because the crowd are up as a United. And then, like you say, the chance straight after half-time. What a chance this is.
Yeah.
2-0 is almost impossible to come back from.
So, should he have done it again?
He should have. I mean, the goal he scored was much harder than this chance. I mean, Kraft is brilliant on the sideline. He managed to wriggle out his 2 or 3 tackles and a brilliant ball. It's just, I don't know if he's seen it late after when it's gone past Varane, like, but if you see it in the replay, like, I think he should score, if I'm being honest. You know, sometimes I criticise him. He's done brilliant for the first goal. I think he should knock that away. 2-0 up then, Steve, is a long way back, I think, for United, because the way they played tonight. They had a lot of chances, Newcastle, and this is what Eddie Howe's brought. People say, what's the difference maybe in Steve Bruce and Eddie Howe now as the manager? I think he's definitely more offensive, more in the front foot, and I think they're creating more chances.
Kept whistling past the post, and De Gea, for me, was the man of the match at Manchester United, you know. These are saves you expect him to make, but he's got to be there to be able to do it. He made some fantastic saves, certainly from the ᴅᴏɪṛᴛ one a bit late on over his right hand. Kept him in the game.
Prior to the equaliser, United had a couple of opportunities. At least asked Newcastle a question.
Yeah, Cavani made a difference, and Sancho, you know, Sancho gave him a little bit of a spark. I thought Rashford was poor all evening, but, you know, he is capable. But it's just, they're not getting shot, they're not getting the ball in the right places at the right time. Speculative effort there. You'd expect the ᴜᴜ to save that one. It was almost a dipper. You see it dip there at the last minute, but he was always going to save that. But they kept pushing. You know, they kept pushing, but their midfield had just not got enough guile to see the passes. You know, I want Bruno Fernandes on the ball in these areas. He had to come back as the quarterback to try and supply the guys further ahead. That one was a scuff from Cavani. You'd expect him to make good contact. It was as similar to the one he scores from when it gets ricocheted back to him. But he made a difference, Cavani. I think he's got know-how. He knows when to move. He knows how to occupy players to free up space for his teammates. So he gave him a little bit of nous, and I thought he played well when he come on, and he's going to get better. I think you need to keep him in the side along with Ronaldo.
And Fernandes deeper had a hand in the equaliser.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see Rangnick's comments after the game, because he did change his half-time. As you say, Bruno went a bit deeper. He picks a lovely space up here in midfield, and he can find that pass out to Diallo, to the right back. And I just think Lascelles, we'll see it in the replay again. This is very similar to the chance he just missed. I think in the end you'll see he's actually lucky with the final finish, because he actually doesn't connect with it properly. But we highlight Bruno here, you know, he picks out a great pass. Fred was passing him out of play first half. So he changes Bruno and puts him in a more attacking position. And now Lascelles, again, too many times he's watching the ball. He should have his shoulder up. Where's Cavani? There's only 2 players in the box. There's three Newcastle players, and you don't know where Cavani is. And yes, he gets a bit of a break, Steve, at the end, because it comes back off the defender back to his feet. As you'll see here, it goes through, I think, Lascelles' legs in the end, you know, but I think it's poor defending. You've got to latch on inside the box.
Yeah. Good centre-forward play, though, because he just drops off the line, doesn't he? They all sag onto the goalkeeper, and he just drops, gives himself half a yard, scuff, reacts, got lucky with the miss hit. You know, if he hits it too well, he probably gets blocked again. He just scuffed it into the corner. So a little bit fortunate with the equaliser.
Did he have an opportunity to make it 2-1? He should have done better with.
Yeah, but Lascelles again, and ᴜᴜ, you know, lack of communication here. This ball should never get as far as it does to Cavani, and he doesn't expect it, and he tries to just lift it. He has to lift it because he has to get it over to ᴜᴜ, but he gets it with his left foot. He'd be disappointed with that one. I'm sure he's in there kicking himself that he hasn't scored the winner there.
Yeah, it's a big chance. I mean, again, Lascelles, for me, it's an easy cross to clear out. He's got to clear his lines, and I don't know what, he's frozen just. And basically, if the Cavani, Tim's right, he should score.
Now, we nearly had a grandstand finish at St James's Park with the woodwork being hit.
I was up, Steve, I was up.
I know you were. and a fine save, you have to say.
Again, you know, Newcastle's bottom, you just need a bit of a break, a bit of a luck sometimes, Steve. They hit the post and go in, or it comes out to ᴅᴏɪṛᴛ here. Now, a great bit of skill again. But we talk about David Hay before the game. That's an absolutely brilliant save. You know, saves his team 2 points again, you know. But I'm just thinking from a Newcastle point of view, you just need a break at the bottom of the league. Hit the post and go in, yeah, or whatever, or ᴅᴏɪṛᴛ finds the top corner here. But That's why David Hayes is a top keeper. We spoke again before the game. This is a brilliant save. You know, I think even had this covered as well, De Gea, you know. But again, just Newcastle, and people probably say about all the teams at the bottom, they just never seem to get that bit of luck to get them over the line.
That was typical of how Man United played there. You saw there, I mean, once from Murphy, there's no one near him. Varane goes half-hearted, hands behind his back to go and close him down. Never gets his head down. He's allowed to bend the ball round him, comes off the post, goes to ᴅᴏΗ'ᴛ, 18 yards out from goal. No one's breaking their neck to go and put a block on. He's allowed to get it onto his favoured left foot and try and bend the one in the top corner. And again, that De Gea saves the day. I thought he's been working on this press. Where is this press? Non-existent.
OK, well, Ralf Rangnick's comments to come. First, some Newcastle player ones. ᴍᴏΗ'ᴛ and Sean Longstaff.
Oh, guys, well played, Sean. I guess you're a little bit gutted now, having not quite got over the line, but was that a performance to be really proud of?
Yeah, I think so. I think on the overall sort of balance of the game, I feel we deserve 3 points, to be honest. I think we've created a lot of good chances, probably the most we've created in a game in a very long time, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, it was probably a little bit of a disappointed dressing room, but also one that knows that we're capable of putting in performances like that. So it's a very sort of positive start, and you can see obviously with the new manager coming in, give him a little boost, and I think you can see with performances and with the crowd behind it, it's obviously a sort of a massive boost as well. And I thought tonight was what St James's Park's all about, an unbelievable atmosphere and us giving them something to cheer for.
So you've just been in with the manager for a couple of minutes. What did he say?
Pretty much what I've just said there, really. Just that we've created a lot of chances, we've played really well. It's a performance we can be really proud of, and it's about doing that every week now. I think obviously he said the last 3 games against 3 top sides, we've really up to a game, and it's about taking them performances into games with teams around you, and we know if we perform like that, we'll pick up points and we'll be fine.
So ᴍᴏΗ'ᴛ, can I be completely honest? I didn't realise you were that good.
Thank you. It's a new position for me, but I always try to give everything for the team, and today was this day. I give everything. I try to help my team to see the 3 points. Unlucky the result, but like Long said, I have to be proud with the game, and just keep going. It's a hard game. I have to take the positive things and look forward for the next game.
It's a completely different job the new manager is asking you to do. Why does it seem to suit you so well?
Like I said, I always try to give everything for the team. I played for not this position whenever I was at the Hoffenheim, but I understand what he asked for me to do in the pitch, and just try to give everything for the team.
He's been a revelation in midfield, hasn't he? What's it been like to play with?
To be honest, I think if you ask anyone in the dressing room, though, we know he's that good regardless of what the outside people say. I think the disrespect he gets is a disgrace, to be honest. I can honestly say every day in training he's the best player. If he's on your team, you win in training. It's like if you get Joe, you're sort of buzzing in training.
Do you think he steps it up on the pitch, or have you always seen this?
To be honest, I think he's obviously, like you say, he's been in a slightly different position. But the way he's been since the new managers came in games, has sort of shown how he has been over the last sort of 2 years in training. Ask anyone at the club, everyone rates him so highly. I'm so happy for him, to be honest. Like I said, some of the noise from outside I think's really disrespectful. If you actually watch us enough and sort of know what you're watching, you realise how good he is, to be honest. Like I said, I'm just so happy for him, and like I said, when I'm playing next to him, it makes it so much easier. So it's now I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy.
And you Longstaff boys, yeah. Well, go on, respond. They're nice words, aren't they?
No, it's true though. It's true.
Was that your best game in a Newcastle shirt, would you say?
Don't know. You can say. So like I said, I always try to give everything. Some days things don't happen. You try, but don't happen today. But I try to work and hope to continue. Do good work and work hard for the team, and hope we can win the next game and go from this situation.
Well said. And lastly, you Longstaff boys like playing against Man United as well, don't you? A couple of years ago, your brother, you making the goal tonight?
Not quite. He still says I haven't scored against them, so he's still gonna hammer us. I quickly checked my phone. He still said he scored 2 and now scored none. So he's still giving us a bit of stick. But like I said, to be honest, for me, selfishly, I just wanted to try and get back in the team. Obviously, like I said, sort of haven't really played since new managers came in, which was slightly disappointing, but sort of waiting in the background for an opportunity and was chomping at the bit, to be honest. I think nighttime game St James's Park against Man United, it's a massive game, and if you can't get yourself up for those, then you're in the wrong job, really. So it's, like I said, I'm just really happy to be back on the pitch, and hopefully I can sort of stay in.
Well, look, both of you brilliant. Joe Linton.
Well, they are smiling, and they haven't had too much to smile about this season. I know it's only a point and not 3, but within that dressing room, within the group, what could it do?
I think it'll give him
with
belief.
January coming
Yeah,
up?
it'll give him belief, Steve. Obviously, the concern is St-Maximin and Wilson, 2 of their most attacking players, gone off injured. But Longstaff there, he spoke well, obviously, and I'm happy for him because he's not played much football this season. First game under Eddie Howe, as he says, and I thought he fitted in really well. I mean, previous games I've seen Joe Linton play midfield, and I look at the bench, and Longstaff's on the bench. And tonight, I think he's shown to Eddie Howe and the coaching staff that he's good enough to start the next game, you know. It'd be a big question mark who starts up front now, because the way Wilson walked off tonight in St-Maximin, neither of them will be fit for next game against Everton on Thursday, I think it is. So Joe Linton might be asked to change position again and maybe plays a number 9.
I mean, that is the one downside, isn't it, tonight? The 2 key men both going off injured.
Yeah, and when we talk about Newcastle, we say, look, we give a chance if St-Maximin and Wilson keep fit. And they add to the defensive players in January. You know, that's where we think they needed to spend the money, but that's a huge blow. You know, it looked like 2 calf injuries. Wilson's looked a little bit worse than St-Maximin, but it's up to the physios to go to work now, and hopefully they can heal and get back very quickly, because they're going to need them 2 players if there were any chance of survival. I give them no chance.
No chance whatsoever?
No, I don't. I just think they're not good enough defensively. You know, I just don't. The manager hasn't got a magic wand. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get the players to hit the ground running in January. I think it's a positive result tonight. I don't want to take anything away from them. But, you know, the love in there for Joe Linton, I'm scratching my head. I mean, he's done all right, but when he comes to the club, I thought he was a centre forward. Eddie's seen something in him in midfield, great. But now they're going to have to use him in the areas where we've seen him play and not hit a barn door.
OK, we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's just get a quick reaction from Eddie Howe.
Yeah, no, we're very disappointed because I thought we deserved to win. I thought the lads executed the game plan brilliantly tonight. I thought we had to be very good in midfield defensively. We had to have our lines tight between midfield and defence. And I thought, again, a lot of questions about us defensively in recent weeks, but tonight I thought we were very, very good. I didn't think we deserved to concede. And then also we created chances, and how De Gea saved that shot from Almiron at the end, I don't know, because I was right behind it. I thought it was in. We've also hit the post, but we've had great chances. But hopefully we've seen the beginning of a new team and how we want to play, and really pleased with the players today.
There you go, Shane.
Yeah, it is positive, as I said before. I think you see the difference, you know, with maybe the Steve Bruce team that maybe were a bit more defensive and created less chances. So I think there'll be lots of positives. They'll look back at the game tomorrow, they'll come in for a warm down, and I'm sure Eddie will have his staff down, look through it themselves, and then show the players all the positives. Because there's a lot of chances, first half and second half, against, obviously, Man United. We talk about one of the biggest clubs in the world. So they have to get belief and a positivity from that result, albeit would have been more had they got 3 points. But I think there will be optimism leading into the Everton game, but they have to back it up now. They have to go on some sort of run to have any chance to get out of this trouble.
And they've got to run of fixtures where, on paper, that is possible.
Yeah, I mean, December's been horrific, let's be honest. Obviously, Leicester, they lost. Man City, Liverpool, and again, tonight, Man United. It's a tough game, a tough December.
They're the ones coming up.
Yeah, they're games you look at now, and again, the reinforcements have to be key, and they need to come in straight away. If I was in recruitment at Newcastle, the 1st of January, I'd have to have 5 or 6 players lined up. Whatever it's going to cost, whatever it's going to take. If these owners are real about what they want this club to do and where they want to bring the club, they're talking about winning the league at Newcastle. So if they've got that in mind, they can't be going down to the Championship for a season. They can't. They have to give Eddie all the finances he needs and more to get players there in January.
Yeah. The positivity is still there, isn't it? I mean, for reaction, I mean, no one would, as everyone forgot, they got beat 3 off Liverpool, 4 off Man City. We know they're difficult games, 4 off Leicester. I mean, they've not exactly been pulling up trees, have they? Yeah, it's a decent result against a very poor Man United side and something to build on.
Yeah, I can't say much more than that. I mean, it looks bleak from a Newcastle point of view. I just felt tonight they had enough chances to win the game, but you just hope. I mean, like all Newcastle fans tonight, they'll still be hoping that they can pull off a miracle.
Okay, let's get a Manchester United point of view quickly with Ralf Rangnick.
Well, Ralf, you fought back for a point, but was it a performance that you didn't particularly like?
No, I didn't like it at all. As I said, we were trying to get better in controlling games. Today we didn't control the game, apart from very few moments at all. It's all about energy, about physicality, and who wins the second balls, what about the transitional moments, and in all those areas we were not at our best today. In the end, we got a point, that's the good thing, but the performance overall needs to get better.
So all those areas you've just listed, how do you get them better?
I mean, against Palace we were better, but that was a different game. We played at home. Now we had two away games against Norwich and here at Newcastle. And it's about, as I said, it's about physicality, it's about energy. You have to be ready and able to win those direct duels. This was not that often the case. And even when we were in possession of the ball, we had too many giveaways, including the goal that we conceded. And if you're after 7 minutes, one goal down here at St James's Park, it doesn't make things easier.
Played 17 in 7th. 12 months ago, after 17 games, they were top of the league. Energy and physicality, Ralf Rangnick says.
Yeah, none of that. None of that. No quality either. No game plan there today. They was okay first half against Palace, and then they beat Norwich, and they were very lucky to do that. A team who are going to be in the Championship next year, and then they've drawn with Newcastle tonight, another team who I predict to be in the Championship next year. So, no, hard work ahead of him.
Where does, to answer his question, how does he get?
He's got to work on the training field, but you have to try and find your best players with the ball in the correct areas. You know, you need some players in the midfield area who are going to control the game. You've got McTominay, you've got Fred, who give the ball away more than they want it back. You know, you need someone who can control the game in there, whether it's Van der Beek or, unfortunately, it's Bruno Fernandes, where you need him higher up the field. You need to start feeding Rashford and Greenwood and Cavani, give them the ball in the correct areas. At the moment, I just see no pattern to them.
United for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of work ahead of them. Obviously, we talked before the game, but they need to get back in the Champions League, obviously, with the money they've spent and what have you. But on tonight's performance, they're a million miles off it. They're nowhere near it. You know, Ronaldo was non-existent, Rashford, Greenwood, all these attacking players, and we spoke why they were non-existent, because they weren't getting the supply.
Jay, Tim, thank you very much indeed. A point apiece then, and shoots of positivity for Newcastle. We'll see you soon.
Can anybody out there